Diego's the immortal VP.
Naku, lakad matatang!
Normally. Together and pick team Polaris.
Polaris.
Okay.
If not, Lelouch probably just takes over the mid lane because it's Dragon Knight. So shall we move up to the top lane? In fact, we might have to look back down bot, John, because MKS is in trouble and is going to drop. He's going to be fine. Xavier's almost kind of walking away scot-free there. Is now top lane. They've got the Pugna. TMV trying to get some stacks going, or rather protect the stacks that were being made by...
Does have the Dream Coil though, so should still be safe.
Nice cookie. Very nice cookie there as the silence is going to come out. Now the Dragon Knight, the one in trouble as Dream Coil is going to land. He's thinking about snapping at Lelouch 1 inch away, and he does snap at the wrong time. That moment. They seem to know the Nyx is around. In fact, they do dust up just before Xiao Bonbon goes for the stun out. Nice spike Carapace, but it is not going to save his life. Nice one's a great target. They'll try with the Dragon Tail, but Lelouch, no, actually gets it. Solar Guardian's going to fly through to try and help out. Force, he's going to land, but not in time. Still, they'll find the puck, but now the Dream Coil is there. They may get wiped out. Xiao Bonbon, the vacuum, the wall is there. Xiao Yu making it right in time. They'll get a double. They'll still lose Xiao Bonbon on top. But it's not such a bad trade now. Bot lane, they've got the Tiny. This will be a great pickup as MKS. He's going to try for the TP out plane. He might make it, but no. Cookie up from Xavius. Once again, this man, he's been on target with these cookies. Getting it right in time to catch MKS. That's a very important pick off there for Polaris Esports. Mid lane, however, fight breaking out. Natsumi has been caught, and there's your fatal bomb shot. It's doing so much damage. Oh, they are getting melted. Hey, John, quick question. In fact, hold that thought, because Xiao Yu is going to run away, but I thought I saw something funny there. A bit of an interaction between Roger and the Pugna.
BKB. They do get a smoke up here in Polaris, though, knowing the Golem's down and could try to find an angle.
Roger is going to break the smoke, but they'll make the jump in. Lelouch will be right on target, and that'll be Roger gone. Around rather aggressively, Xiao Yu gonna make the run in with the normal punch out, but do you have the damage? Dream Coil is there. XE Learn trying to set up, and now with the fatal bombs and the Golem drop, it could be quite a painful experience as they toss back Lelouch, but he's still alive. They can't take down the Dragon Knight. He'll pop his BKB out. Roger's down. MKS has to leave, and so does Xiao Yu. From Polaris, they have infiltrated that Radiant Triangle, so maybe they do want to fight.
Dire are scanning.
Mid lane, they're still hanging around. Xavier's going to get caught out, but no, the Impel does not connect. Instead, Lelouch will make the jump in onto the Nyx Assassin, so Xiao Bonbon is going to drop once again. Nice little pick up there by Polaris, though. Xiao Yu going to jump in with the back wall out into the normal punch onto the Medusa. Now the Golem and the Fatal Bond's out, but the BKB has been popped. Natsumi, he's happy to fight with the Stone Gaze. And even if they drain all the mana, they just don't have the damage output. Again, I don't recommend fighting without Xiao Bonbon. Like, he's one of your only great stuns here. In fact, they're still going to try. Lelouch, he'll get tossed back into the wall of the Darkseer as they might have enough. Lelouch just surrounded by illusions. Will go down. It's actually a decent trade here by...
For the time to deal with. Excellent, pretty far forward here.
He has been caught out once again.
The world end now.
These stuns from Lelouch, these initiations proving to be very... They make their way down bot. They've got the buyback on the puck if they need it. T2 tower dropping, but they've got the gold to set up. But Roger, he needs help. He can't initiate first. Instead, they'll come in from the backside. But MKS has been caught out and petrified. Xiao Bonbon's going to drop. MKS, he'll keep trying to force the fight as the buybacks are going to come through. But the Tiny, he's in big trouble. There's your back wall out. MKS, he's still trying. He actually found Force. How is he still alive? MKS, he's still fighting this one out.
Oh my God.
Natsumi goes down. He'll die to the fireball. About this one. Again, if they lose this team fight, the game's just basically over. Lelouch, he'll make the first jump in. They've got Xiao Yu. It's a great target, but he's got Aeon Disc too. He's going to survive, and now the Dream Coil on the backside as they blow up the Dragon Knight. Not quite yet, though. Lelouch, still alive, still forcing the fight. But Polaris, they've expended Stone Gazes. Now Xiao Yu's in with an rather wall and vacuum into the Golem, into the Fatal Bonds, and now the toss out. MKS, he'll group them up. It's a disaster here for Polaris. They are just going to meld. No chance. They've got buybacks.
Just up on Tiny. The options here for Polaris look very slim-like.
I mean, they might just call it right now. They haven't bought back yet. There's your buyback out now. Polaris, they've got to try one last time Still buybacks available here in the Medusa, but they want to see if they can hold out. They're just waiting a bit too long. Natsumi, now he'll buy back, but they can just go for the Ancient. MKS, he might just ignore them, or maybe Knocker's Force will jump in. Lelouch is there with the Dragon Tail, but Xiao Yu once again, a 3-man vacuum out into the upheaval. This Medusa is too darn close to MKS right now. That is not a safety range here for the Medusa, as Natsumi is still going to try and fight, but he's out of mana now. He's forced the BKB up, but look at this MKS. He's hitting the Ancient. He's ignoring the Medusa. It's all cleave damage out as MKS secures the game 1. Xiao Yu on this Darkseer, Jonathan. Did we ever... impactful last game. In fact, hold that thought, because they might find MKS here. He does stick charge up, but it's not going to be enough. Speaking of the Devil Force, able to secure first blood here in the Dawnbreaker, and turns out we were right about that, Jonathan. But going back to my question, the item build on Force, what are you expecting?
I don't mind it. Just feels like the timing of that Deso has to be pretty quick to get the full impact from it, and last time around it just felt maybe a little bit too late for the follow through. MKS still having a tough time. Dust on Force ensures that he can keep the chase here.
Yeah, this is where Force is very potent.
Here to play with a role if they see that opportunity. Good read from Force to just back off entirely. I believe he did TP under the ward vision down bot.
They'll even find Roger here, who was doing something in the Radiant Triangle. I guess scouting out some stacks. Maybe getting some... Doesn't have the movement speed, and that's why MKS has been struggling so much. So mid lane, Lelouch is going to get caught out here with the Rolling Thunder of Xiao Yu and just completely locked down. He's trapped up. He does at least get knocked to the low ground, as now Roger is going to get jumped and does drop, but now Lelouch still in trouble. Going to try and go for a run as they do try to protect him now. Xiao Yu, he's the one in danger. Force joins in, illuminates a fly through, and Force able to take the... Go for a chase onto Roger now on that Warlock. Roger does get a deny off onto that top tier 1 tower, but it may cost him his own life as Force has the phase boots up now, gets the Starbreaker. Eventually, though, hook shot not gonna land, and with the Golem to drop, they'll try to turn it around. Roger has not dropped. They are still trying to get him. John, I'm a Clockwork spammer. As far, 4K net worth advantage, though nice positioning from Xiao Bonbon. He'll get a bushwhack into a sharpshooter onto Force. So RSG thinking about taking the fight, but now Hookshot is there. TMV holding down the Hoodwink. The Cogs are going to push him the other way. Xiao Bonbon, he'll scurry. He is not dying yet. Bushwhack is back up as well. Now the Dream Coil, it will land. There's the Burning Barrage. It's not going to do much, but they've got Lelouch, they've got TMV, and they've got Force down. In fact, they even want Xavius. Xiao Bonbon barely dying on the Hoodwink, but he's done his job. Xavius will drop. 4 heroes getting one.
This allows them to find an easier angle out. Force, the only hero down bot though, not the biggest one they'd want. They would want to try to swing towards Natsumi, but the mid-tier one still protects.
Oh, he's 100 gold away from the BKB as well, John. He just needs a recipe. That's a little bit unfortunate for Force. Xiao Bonbon has been spotted. Xavius going for a nice recall there on Lelouch, securing another kill onto the Hoodwink. And maybe now they can start Roshan again. Knowing the Hoodwink's down, you don't have that Acorn shot to scout the Roshan pit. Mind you, you still have Orb available from this puck, but it seems like bot lane is where all the action's happening as Dream Coil was there. They'll try for the Coddle first as the DK is just completely locked down. Eventually, though, they get the Keeper. Meanwhile, Roger does die across the map, but they...
Broken out by TMV though.
Jump in. They've got the clock. But stun is there. Lelouch again. Oh, that's a great bushwhack. Sharpshooter. Golem drop. Maybe this is the team fight. RSG, they're doing a lot of damage right now. Dream Coil, hold down the Medusa. This is looking really terrible for Polaris, but Force, he's going to try and force the fight again. Buybacks are there, trying to help out. Still the mana pool of the Medusa is healthy, but not for long. Natsumi, he'll pop the Stone Gaze in time. As RSG, they are forced to back off. They got 2 for their trouble. In fact, they're not done yet. TMB buys back and tries to hook shot in. He does get onto XC Learn, but it's not going to be good enough. He'll die back immediately. Oh, boy. Oh, John Xavius, he should have a much easier time surviving through these team fights now. As Roger, not again. He'll force staff away. A great bushwhack out from Xiao Bonbon. Now they can have the Golem. Roger, though, is still in trouble. Still getting defeated as he does get taken down. Natsumi. Another double kill. Roger's gonna buy back. They're gonna try and go for this fight. MKS, he's in trouble. On the clinch, just trying to run away from this Dawnbreaker, but the Solar Bind holding him down. They are just not grouped up here. Polaris still going. Zhao Yu, there's your Golem, there's your Dream Core, and your Fatal Bond's out, but where's the damage output? They're trying to do with force right now on the Dawnbreaker. He has held them back, but he might eventually drop and does. Still, Roger gonna die back immediately here to Lelouch. Can they keep the fight going? XE Learn, he's trying, but they can't deal with the Medusa Natsumi. He's just way too big this. So Zhao Yu gonna make the jump in. They'll see the Dragon Knight trying to protect that Observer Ward. Now the jump is there. Team fight has broken out. Onto the DK they go. There is going to be another decoy onto the Medusa. Natsumi has been trapped up at TMB. Into the backside. Onto the Clinks. They've got him held down again. MKS, he's going to BKB up this time and try to run, but the Eye of Scardy's going to go right through it. He's still trying to get away, but it's such a slow process as he does eventually go down to force.
The one thing they have is outplay potential with Puck, but that's just so hard to rely on.
Nice jump in, Lelouch again. Gonna find Xiao Bonbon. There is buyback available on the Hoodwink, but Polaris, they might just try and force that right now. Natsumi, he'll go through the mid lane for a moment there and get caught out, but will orb away. The Puck still alive as he'll go back onto force, but Natsumi does take down Roger. Onto Zhao Yu he goes down the Pangoliera's XE Learn. Somehow still alive, is gonna walk his way out. Zhao Yu still the one in danger, but is still alive. Is Natsumi. Just looks untouched and unfazed on this Medusa. Very, very hard to get that burning barrage damage if you don't have a great way of locking down the Medusa. They'll try again. Coil is back up in 10 seconds, but Natsumi's onto the tier 4 towers now. They'll keep disarming here with Zhao Yu as they have caught out Zhao Bonbon. That'll be a dieback. You've lost the Hoodwinks for a 4v5. He gets a creep instead. Maybe now they can go for the fight though, but XE Learn. Oh, he gets caught out. Tips out immediately here from the Coddle, who gets him with the Orchid. And Natsumi, he's right back into the fray. Rolling Thunder is there. Zhao Yu, he'll jump in again with the Rocket Barrage out on the DK, but there's a hook shot. TMB catching out MKS. They want the Clinks. That's a target they really want, but instead Zhao Yu gonna try and hold them back on the Pangolier. As MKS is still running, and in the meantime, XE Learn, he does go down and the GG's finally called. Polaris Esports able to force this to a game number 3 here against RSG. And this time around, I mean, we all had doubts about the Clinks, John.
I don't want to answer that. I think if RSG can like skirmish really well, get their blink timing, and just like fight early hard, they're like.
And maybe you see a couple of support rotations. Enigma can be nice, you know. Malefice is great. Speaking of, up top.
Oh, that's a great Starbreaker. Connecting on 2, but MKS, he is still going after Xavius. Roger, he is not going to drop first. They do get Xavius first as Roger's still on the run. MKS trying to run over to help him out as force. Trying to keep up.
Yeah, it certainly is showing up. You are seeing MKS again just weave in and out, get the farm going. It's starting to lag slightly behind with some of that pressure coming through, and Roger has to also watch his space in here.
Roger's gone. He will drop. Xavius will be chased down here by MKS, who's running very, very fast at the moment, but is lacking quite a bit of damage. Still, now he will go in with the Blood Rage and does secure 1. Onto force he goes, but I highly doubt he can
really well. Did have a bit of an earlier 6 in comparison, but this is a point where XE Learn just clears out his small camp and really doesn't get contested for it.
Yeah, bot lane, TMB, he's going to end up dropping. Roger does actually end up rotating.
Watch for that timing from RSG. If they get that blink up quick on Xiao Yu, it could get dicey.
Oh, link in. They are going to go. Zhao Bonbon with the Inkswell going to start up this tiny as even the neutrals are helping out, but Natsumi is going to intervene now as they get Zhao Bonbon. Still, XE Learn coming in now, does trade with TMB, and this is a dream for MKS. So many low heroes for the Bloodseeker to have his way. Hell of a lot of damage with that Midnight Pulse just being thrown into a team fight as Lelouch gonna move in with the blink up, but Zhao Yu sees him first, does move in. Still, they do have the Solar Guardian, but is it gonna be enough with the Epicenter going through, but the Fiend's Grip gonna hold them down. Roger still going, along with XE Learn and Zhao Bonbon. They might have another, but Force is gonna TP out. Nice TP away from the Dawnbreaker, but massive losses here for...
Really good for the Raid King to just rip through one more core. And here is a smoke play out from Polaris. Lelouch again, he's got the blink, he's got the max out Avalanche toss. They could look for the burst play here.
MKS, big target, but Jabonbon in the right position to, or maybe not. Smoke is broken. Lelouch makes the jump in as the Solar Guardian is there to follow up, but the Inkswell is going to heal him up as now the Burrow Strike going to catch two of them out again. Oh, Zhao Yu, he read them like a book. Going to take down the tower, but now the blow up is out. Polaris, bit of a magic trick here from the Radiant as they get rid of the Bloodseeker. Try and chase down Roger, but he's fine to back off. Instead, they'll try for Zhao Yu on the Sand King, but Soulbind is there. They're actually going to try and force the fight without MKS around, but can they get it done? It doesn't seem like it yet, but Lelouch is going to drop. Immediate buyback out from the Bane, but they've lost Zhao Yu. Still a great team fight here by Polaris. There's Roger on the run. They'll find Jabonbon to boot. This Force will keep chasing the Rubik down, but...
Blink backward there. I mean, just double tapping that blink a bit too fast.
Uh-oh, Natsumi in. They see Roger. They'd love to get rid of this Rubik as he does go down. Buyback immediately, though. Natsumi gonna lose his first life. You've got Black Hole from the high ground if you want to commit, but Xavius, he can't get within the range. Midnight Pulse is there. Is he gonna Black Hole from the high ground? Not quite. Natsumi's still dropping. MKS, he's alive. Force trying to run out of there, but it's not gonna be enough. Force is probably just gone. MKS will keep going. Oh, Xavius, I believe he could have gotten that. He hesitates quite a bit, though. TMB will drop to boot, and John...
Up for an engagement here.
Here we go. Xavius knocked around. It's just such a tough game. That's Sierra Enigma gone for 40. He does have buyback available. He will have to commit more than likely here, though. RSG, I highly doubt they back off. They've even got the Eidolons there from Roger just to help out with the push a little bit. And, of course, as you're seeing with the Illuminate, you can keep healing them up. That's exactly what they're doing. Natsumi forced to try and deal with this as he does pop his BKB, and the Fiend's Grip is out onto MKS. He does not have an Aegis up. They'll lose the Bloodseeker. A great fight so far for Polaris as RSG now forced to try and back away, but never mind, they're going right back in. They want the fight. Fiend's Grip taken. Roger, how does he get away with Fiend's Grip like that? Still, they'll stun him up. Solar Guardian out. They're going to blow up Roger. Another great pick-off here by Polaris as they have brought back on the Bloodseeker. Onto Natsumi they go. Or even Roger going to buy back and come into the fray. As MKS going to get to work onto Natsumi, but Xavius has the black hole, but it never comes out. He gets taken down immediately. MKS, he'll go for more. Toss back on from Lelouch. They really want the Bloodseeker a second time, and they've got him. Nice toss. Is in. Burrow strike out. Natsumi does get caught, but still maybe baiting for his team right now as the epicenter and Soulbind does get committed. They're going to lose the first life. How are you going to fight this now? Natsumi, he's popped his BKB. Rupture is going to hold him down, though. He goes for the man fight instead, waiting for his team. Is now the Fiend's Grip. Is out. Zhao Yu is still fighting. In fact, that was the Nightmare. They still have Fiend's Grip. They'll throw it now, but it's all too late. Natsumi's gone. He doesn't have buyback. Where? Brother, look at that.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Here we go, Zhao Yu. Gonna get caught out, but is fine. Instead, MKS, the one to get caught, but does have the Aegis up. In fact, he's not even dying yet. He is dropping low, though. They'll find the first time. Force into the backside, right onto Roger, who's trying to survive through it. So MKS, the one to focus on, is the Bloodseeker. Now forced to man up and fight back against Natsumi. Is actually healing up throughout all this. Natsumi, he's the one in danger and does get taken down. The Stroke of Fate snipes him, or rather snipes him. His Force has dropped on the Dawnbreaker, and RSG now. Well, they'll go for the final lane of barracks as they jump in again. Zhao Yu right onto the Bane. Solar Guardian, it's going to save for now, but for how long? Force committed a buyback for that. Rupture out again with the Blinding Light and Lelouch. Back into the bot racks he goes. Zhao Yu initiating once again as Natsumi does force the fight now with the blink in and BKB, but a nice lift away from Roger into the Rupture onto Natsumi, but he's still fine. He'll still keep fighting, but here comes MKS now, taking him down for the first life. Xavier's trying to move him for a black hole, won't throw it out yet. The side device again protecting, not allowing the Enigma to do anything. As now the Will-O-Wisp will be dropped down. Zhao Yu jumping in, and there's your double Fiend's Grip out from Roger. Xavier gets a black hole, but it's only onto the Rubik. It's only on the Rubik, and now Roger's got it. He won't even throw it out yet. He's Maleficent. As well, I think it's time to call it.
Yeah, they do. They do. I mean, we didn't get to see Roger do the black. He did cast it, Mike. He did get Malphus though, so didn't manage to really show off. But that double grip was beautiful in the end, and RSG do manage to get that build up they want. It.